So I'm going to take people through the object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as the basis of work enterprise, and in particular to encourage and foster. First, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity to service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of worthiness of all useful occupations as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the development of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional partners united in ideal of service. Thank you so much. That was the order of fellowship. Can we all take our seats? Yeah, thank you so much. Once again, you're most welcome for today's meeting. In today's update, our report is based on 3 villages. We signed agreement with the 3 villages, that is Machangana, Chiju, and also Ramanda. So concerning that, concerning the agreement is majorly based on water and sanitation, build of latrines with tip taps, also installation of tip taps. We also have malaria eradication, distribution of filters, and also lastly, we shall have microloans, which microloan is going to go for these villages I've mentioned. Then Tiju, we are going to start the project with the baseline survey of Machangana. After we have done a baseline survey of Machangana, then since the one for Ramanda, we have already done it. We are going to do the one for Machangana. After Machangana, then we shall go to Tiju. We do the baseline survey of Tiju. After we have done the baseline survey, immediately when we finish it, we are going to go to the next project, which will start very soon. Which next project is going to be with Malaria Partners International. Since we have already signed the MOU with them, I've also sent the necessary bank documents they needed. I sent them on Monday with them. They've already acknowledged that they've received them. So we are going to start the project of malaria eradication in 8 villages. Very soon as we get the funds, we're going to start the project. Our plan, we plan to undertake malaria eradication in 8 villages. And however, our biggest challenge will be lack of treated mosquito nets, since it was not in the plan, it was not in the budget for the Malaria Partners International. So that is going to be our biggest plan, our biggest challenge we are going to face with mosquito nets. So we are requesting, I will request Lenny Christine to give us updates on Mususu. Christine will give us update on Mususu well. I think most of the members have seen how the water is drilled. Then I will also request Chris will give us an update on what is the district, since there were Lenny Christine in the district yesterday. Then after that, I will also request the youth chairman, Mahad Azabo, who is with us, will also give us an update on the side of the youths. So with that, I don't know whether Melisha will give us updates on from Rotary International, if there's an update from her. If not, I'll also request Helen to say at least something. That's how we shall go. Thank you so much. You're most welcome.
Madam President, may I ask that our guests introduce themselves first?
Yeah.
And maybe the other people online could introduce themselves so very briefly, so that our newest guest, Stephanie Carlone, I believe is the pronunciation of her name, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stephanie.
Yep, no, you're correct. I'm here in Peekskill, New York, and my friend Tony told me about your club, and so I'm just listening in this morning, but I'm gonna have to sign off early because it's about a little after 8 here, and I have to be at work by 8:30. So I'm just sort of listening, and then I will join in again next week. So thank you.
Welcome.
You're welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So also online, we have the president of the nearby Arua Club,
The mother.
Angusu Moses. And we have from the Topeka, Kansas Club, Melissa Masner. And from the past president of the Coral Gables.
Coconut Grove,
Club.
Coconut Grove.
And outside of Miami, Helene Dudley. So, good. And there will be a recording of the meeting sent out to everyone if you care to hear more.
Yeah,
So
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is Lenny Christine. Hi, yes. It's Lenny Christine, the public image chair in Yumbe Rotary Club. I'm going to give an update on Muzuzu well drilling. Muzuzu well drilling is a very exciting project to us, whereby 6 Rotarians from Yumbe Rotary Club have decided to pick the interest in joining, becoming engineers for drilling water in Yumbe. It's an exciting thing because in Yumbe, women have never been drilling. There has been one driller for drilling the local wells that is known as Ebede, but in Ebede's group, women were never there. But now women have picked interest, especially from Yumbe Rotary Club, to join this team so that we shall be working together with them as a team, drilling water outside there. Our interest is to make water available for the community and at very easy reach. And we want to make sure water will be available throughout the year so that communities don't suffer lack of water again. For the first time when we started when we started this training, 6 ladies plus 5 men who came from Ngora, from Oyam, and then with the Ebede's team, the men who joined us from Yumbe, were a total of 15 participants. So the first day, we learned 3 things. The first one was upgrading of the wells. Then secondly, it was drilling of new Muzuzu well. And the third one was working on metal fabrication at the workshop. You can imagine how women could do this. That is really what we say, equality and gender balance. The first day, we were able to upgrade a well at the scheduled compound at the primary school. And this was a well which was locally drilled by Ebede. It was drilled, 9 meters down, and whereby at this time they were unable completely to harvest water. The tank went dry, and we were able to upgrade it. On Monday, we were able to remove all the pipes outside and check what the problem was. We found the well was sealed by mud. Then again, we went down deep and to check on it. We removed all the pipes. We found the cylinder was also coated up with some rust and some soil. So we had to clean it up. And then we had to fix it down. By this time, since Monday up to today, they are able to harvest water. Water is available at this moment. That was a great achievement by the team. And then secondly, we started drilling up on that same day after upgrading the well. We started drilling and we were able to drill 2 meters within 2 hours the first day after upgrading the well. And then the second day, we continued to drill the water. We drilled up to 7 meters to make total of 9 meters. And then we are able to reach to the water level. And when we reached to the water level, good enough, it was an experience learning everything. Accidentally, our water pipe had to drop down into the water. So the diameter of the hole is only 8 millimeters, whereby you can't push your hand, you can't take things very far, and removing the drilling pipe was really a nightmare. But with the knowledge and skills that were taught for us, we were able to go around with a very powerful small torch from Chris. We were able to flash down there and we fished that metal, the pipe outside, and which really allowed us to continue drilling our well, which was a very amazing thing. After that, now today we are able to drill another 3 meters. We have reached up to total of 11 meters, but we are now below the water point. But our target is to reach up to 15 to 16 meters so that water will be available throughout the year. Now, as we have reached to 11 meters, the challenge we are facing down there is, as we continue to drill the soft mud, as you remove the pipe outside, you are emptying the core auger, that is the instrument. As you are emptying the soil down, you find down there again, it has collapsed. So it creates the same level like you have not gone deep. But with our trainer's support, he said now, that is the time we need to get a case, we need to fix a casing down there to support the soil so that we shall continue to drill using the soil, which will protect the mud from collapsing down there. And this is the stage that we have reached in. We are now doing some for the meeting now. The participants outside there, now they're already working on. So by next week, we are going to make complete borehole available for the community. We are drilling at the Sheduk office, that is for demonstration and learning experience. Then we shall continue to drill these waters from the mentioned sites. That is, Machangana water will be drilled by us. The Tiju and Ramanda, this project is going to be run by this team I have mentioned, which is really very, very amazing. That is the importance of connection with the outside world. And that is importance of joining Rotary. And that is importance of being supported by TCP Global for microloans. If we were never in these groups, we wouldn't have picked interest, we wouldn't have learned anything, we'll be also like other women down there. And since now we are up here, the women down there aligning behind us, everybody's like, we're pulling the hands to reach at our level as we also continue to climb the stairs. Thank you so much, our partners. We have really appreciated you so much. Not missing the P2P. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm Chris. Yesterday, You can go if you need to go. Okay, thank you. So yesterday, Lenny Christine arranged a meeting with the acting district health officer for this district of 1 million people, roughly 1 million people. And the participants in the meeting were the acting district health officer, the district malaria officer, Ajaga Innocent, the executive director, and a Rotarian Community Corps member, and myself, and they let me speak. And I mentioned to the acting district health officer and to the district malaria officer that we understood what the government policy was. And we understood that the district health officer had to follow the policy of the Ministry of Health. However, our role as an independent organization is to develop or to pilot, to test even more effective methods than the government uses. So they explained to us why they could not distribute malaria nets. And I explained to them that my government had bought for Uganda, I have been told, 34 million malaria nets for the 45 million Ugandans. So more than 2 out of 3 Ugandans should receive an effective malaria net, but nobody knows where those nets are, and nobody knows when they will be delivered. And consequently, our malaria programs are only 56% or so effective, rather than being what we aspire to, being 90% effective in eradicating malaria. So they slowly grasp this different way of doing things, and that what we at Rotary and we as private organizations are trying to do are introducing, piloting, testing even more effective methods than the government uses. At the end of the meeting, the acting district health officer mentioned that he had one of the traditional wells at his house here in the village that Rotary meets in, Adropi Village. And he asked whether it was at all possible that we work with him to upgrade the well that he has to with the techniques we're using. So there was a coming to understanding, I believe, and our role complementing his role and not duplicating his role or just copying his role. I believe the conclusion of the meeting, my understanding of the conclusion of the meeting was that there was a strong intention to work together hand in hand. Thank you. So that is the end of the meeting with the district health officer and the district malaria officer, and we hope it is effective.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much for the update from Lenny Christine and also update from Chris Rosa. And I think we're going to have a next update from the chairman, Azaba Mahal, will give us updates. Then after Azaba Mahal, we shall also request update from Melisha. Then from there, we shall now go to the reactions and the questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon, Rotarians online, stroke partners. Not forgetting the August Assembly, Rotarians in the August Assembly. Once again, by names, I'm called Azabo Mahad Kasim. I am the district youth chairperson, Yumbe. When the project of Musuzu started, I picked interest. I personally visited the trainees plus their facilitators, not forgetting one of the facilitators from Sweden and South Sudan. I came and paid the courtesy. My interest was to see how unique this technology is going to be. I came during the first day. I was very impressed when they started. They were doing things that I never expected. I really congratulate the good initiative of bringing this Musuzu project to the district. And on behalf of the young people, I see there are also participants who are the youth. The issue of unemployment is also on the other side tackled by getting youth in attendance. I was also very happy by that. And basically the issue of this project, I want to speak two things because I have seen it is going to tackle a very sensitive area. Musuzu project, I think it has come timely and we are really appreciating it because it is creating a kind of impression which me personally never expected. Like what has been going on, over 11 meters are done within 2 days, and how it is done, just alone how it is done, creates a kind of impression that anybody can do it. That's why the women have got involved and fully participating in it. And when they are doing it alone, the happiness I have cannot be calculated. I am really so grateful for that, because when they know this, vis-a-vis, they will take the knowledge back and take it to other parts of the district, which is going to tackle so many other areas where there's totally no water. The district is a very big district. It has over 19 sub-counties and 7 town councils. In terms of population, there are over 1 million people and 700,000 population of the people in the district are the young people, including the young mothers, and bringing them on board. That's why they were here saying the aspect of gender has really impressed them, because these are things which our community do not think that women can do. But right now they are doing it practically. It means we are trying to undermine their efforts in doing development, in participating in development. So when we see them doing them, we are also impressed. We feel that more of such intervention needs to come in place, and we want to see women in front. That is my first concern. And the second thing is on the issue of the young people. In the previous meeting, when I was seated in this same house, I personally presented issues concerning the high rate of crime rates amongst the youth in the district. On the issue of the high crime rates, we had already got victims of youths who died in the aspect of involving themselves, and others innocently got themselves into problems. There was a girl that I presented the other time called Anguchia Saron. This one was attacked by youth due to influence of substance abuse. She breathed last. And after her, there was a boy who was also caught stealing petrol. He was also banned, a youth of 17 years. The girl was 17 years. Not only that, just yesterday, but a girl was just moving around 9 p.m. in the town. Unknown youth just came from a dark place and picked a huge stone and had to stone on this girl. The girl is still in the facility. The state now, though she's a little bit improving, but the cost in our platform, the situation was helped by one of the honorable councillors of Lodonga Town Council, but she's a little bit improving now. Basically, that is the situation on the issue of the youth. However, in our council as the youth, there's high rate of school dropout in the district because in the status report of the youth or the young boys and girls who are supposed to continue with the studies in Yumbe, when learners join P1, 100, when it reaches to P7, it is one step of that level, primary, they end up finishing 10 or 20. So it made us as the youth leaders to take initiative to start talking. I personally have been in the radio yesterday, but one, mobilizing the people to allow the children continue with the studies, be at school, and it also models them to avoid other circumstances where the young people who dropped out early are facing now. This situation alone made us to go to the radio, and as I speak now, there is still redundancy of parents sending their children to school, because if you visit the households, you will find school-going child of the age of 6 to 10 are redundant at home. So it is one of the factors affecting our community, because if that one is not talked about, in their ages of 15, 14, they will move away from their homes and gang as in towns as street kids. And because of lack of food for them to eat, they will start doing dubious things, robbing people, going to steal people's property, goats, attacking people. You see young boys at the age of 12, 13, including even girls, they are doing stealing, and others have been got. You see a young girl being got stealing 1 million. You imagine where will this girl take this money to do what at her age? So that has been the situation in the district. But through the interventions, when we see the mothers are supported, like what this project of Msuzu, this support will go back to the families. It will minimize this challenge that I've mentioned. So me as the district youth chairperson, I personally is very, very happy with the project, what TCP Global is doing, what P2P, the interventions. These are really interventions, we need them, and we really call for more of them in our district. Because when these projects come in place, they will minimize so many other factors, like the issue of lack of water, where diarrhea is still order of the day in our district. Young children are dying in the facilities because of diarrhea. And because of the influx of the refugees, our population has gone abnormal, which when the planning processes are done, the country plans for a district only for the citizens, but because of the influx of the refugees, you go to the facilities, the young children are not getting, and even the population, the majority, the population itself, they are not accessing the basic medicines to sustain or to relieve them out from the sicknesses they get in. So when we see these interventions, we are minimizing our people going to the facility where there are the basic needs, basic medicines are not adequate. So when we are minimizing them from accessing the facilities, it means that challenge is also solved. So I see water is life, health on the area of malaria, where P2P, sanitation, these are key areas. We are really saying that it's just a matter of resources. The district is still big. We wanted these projects to cover the whole district so that we have a very peaceful, healthy, and a district which has a population that participates into the development of this country and the world at large. Because these young people, when they are abroad very well, they will support the nation. They will support the world, not necessarily the villages they are in. These are my submissions, which I really felt that I needed to come and be part of this meeting. I beg to end here, and thank you so much. I beg to submit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The youth chair for presenting the youth, for presenting Yumbe at large. With that, I think we are going to get the update from Alicia. Will update us on how far the Rotary International dues have gone. Then from that, we shall come to reactions and questions. You're most welcome.
Are you ready for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Always great to be here. And I'm so interested in the youth report. What President Rukia sent to me the other day was a big surprise, saying that it came from Rotary International at the office in the United States, the big office in the United States. And it said that the dues had not been paid. And I went, oh, yes, they have been paid. So I have been in communication with the international office. I have a new friend there who said, I understand because I too am from Africa. He was from Northern Africa in Morocco. So he has connected me with another person whom I will talk with today. And she is the whole big international person that's in charge of the dues and the billing. So the opportunity to tell the story of the Rotary Club of Yumbe has been the big, wonderful part of this whole problem. So I see it not as a problem, but as an opportunity to tell your story while we get the invoice fixed. How is that?
It's okay.
Very good, everybody. Well, again, awarifo ambogo a todos.
Our 4 million day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think Helen.
Yeah, I'd like to follow up on what Melissa said. You know, in life, more often than not, a problem is really an opportunity in disguise. And yes, and I think the more people hear and understand the story of what the women in Yumbe are doing, the more supportive they will become. And so our good news here is that earlier this week, I got a letter saying that we definitely have our tax exempt status, so we can start doing fundraising and get money into our account. We also know that our big funder is going to be sending us a check soon so that we can start sending money to the older programs that have been waiting in line for 6 months or longer to get more funding. Well, when we get that big check, we'll use it up, almost all of it immediately, because so many people have been waiting in line, but we can start fundraising again. And so that's very exciting. And I've been getting all these wonderful photos from Chris that I'll plan to put in future newsletters. I think it's just amazing what you all are doing with the wells and learning not just how to dig wells, but how to maintain them. And I agree with the youth minister that hopefully the women of Yumbe, the water engineers, can teach other people how to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just amazing what you all have done, and it's an honor to be part of your mission and to support you. So keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. Any other Rotarian in the August house once they have something? Hmm? He's asking about their village. But when they are distributing filters, they said their village also happened to appear. Then I feel that their names never appear on the list.
Do we have the survey data for her village? Was the community information form filled out?
No.
So maybe 4 months ago, I believe either President Rukia or Innocent gave out forms to collect community information. So if I have information, I can plan and I can get money. If I don't have information, I can't do anything. So if you fill out those forms for your village, then we can look at the data, compare the data, and prioritize what to do, and also ask for more money. So the way we got the 21,274 from Machangana was Otu Zaitun filled out the forms and I wrote a request. I do not have enough money, but another organization gave enough money to do Machangana. And if you fill out those forms, then we can look at your village and try to get additional help and additional money.
They said they filled that form. I think form that talking to the round checking through the school. The one and go direct things.
Yes, thank you. We here we have filled all the forms. Even we are devoted to the director. We don't know which form has director sent for you. And the idea which have been brought that this Rotarian, they are now brought the dues. What thing would you do for those Rotarians? This girl is the one who brought this idea to the room here. But by now, we are very sorry that this village has not taken. She is the one who brought this idea. But we are still confused with this Chinche village. We don't know this village. Even this village is not a Rotarian village. Those people should talk for us directly about this village. Even that village cannot pay this big global. How will it be? Because we are the one who brought the money of TCB to be brought in the Rotarian. But by now, that's a Chinche village. Will it be alone? Either way, it is one of our scientists.
The answer to that is there were, I believe, 9 forms that I was sent a copy of. And I went through the forms and I worked from the worst village to the next worst village, to the next worst village, to the next, to the next. So I went to the villages where, according to the data, the village was so badly off. And I went to help the worst off first, and then the next worst off, and then the next worst off. I wish my organization had millions of dollars and I could just do everything with everyone. But unfortunately, we have to go step by step. We're doing Machangana, we're doing TG, and I understand that TG is only Nafisha's native village, and it is not a TCP Global nor a Rotary village, but it is the village she comes from, and it is very badly off. Mahad visited with us. So that is what we're doing. We're going step by step to go to the worst off first and then the next. And inshallah, we will keep stepping. Okay.
So you go up the line, then. So she didn't do that. He said now they are now convinced of because TG is not paying water. TG is not among the water management. So at least if it's an offensive village alone, they are now they put them in the right track.
Good, good.
They are now convinced of what you're saying. Thank you so much, the members. I think like the issue of Mususu is going to help a lot. Like the issue of going to get water from long distance is going to be stopped, especially in Machangana, also Ramanda, and that side of Tijo. These are villages which suffer a lot from water. Especially in Yumbe, water is really scarce. You get very few people, you get up very early in the morning, you take some miles to go and fetch water, you come back at around midday. Coming back, you also have to prepare food. You go and collect firewood from the bush. You come with firewood. You also have to cook for your kids. You prepare food. At times, even they eat lately. You also have to go to fetch water again, a long distance. So water has become a really very big problem. I think with the help of Mususu, water is going to be available in most of the homes. And the issue of water is going to be stopped. They'll spend less time in fetching water. And most of the facilities are going to go smoothly. And the water, once the water is constructed at the Mususu water is drilled at your home, you're supposed to take full responsibility of the maintenance. And if it's for the community at least have to lay some charges. They have to form a committee, water user committee. Once the water user committee is formed, there are charges which are supposed to be put for fetching the water. In case the water gets spoiled, they can be in position to repair the water at a lower cost. It will not even take them time to go and look for money from people. The money they've collected will already be there. So they'll use that money to maintain the what? The water. And also if it's your personal water, you know how to use it. You also know how to whom can I give the water. Especially if there are things like funeral, you can give the water free of charge. But now if it's for the personal, either for the business, you can as well sell a jerrycan at either 300 Ugandan shillings at the amount you want. So I think that will be so good to help the people in Yumbe, and the issue of water will really be stopped. And at times you also get some people going to water, you can get girls being raped on the way while coming back. So many issues are going to be cut off. Things water is life, as said by the chairman. And indeed, water is life. Without water, everything will stop. So I really appreciate TCB Global. I appreciate P2P, especially P2P, for having come up with an amazing project in Yumbe, having seen the needs of the people of Yumbe, that the people of Yumbe really need water. For the amazing project here, Chris has come up with, we are just filled up with joy, and all the communities are filled up with joy. Each community is asking, each village is coming, when are they coming to our village? When are they coming to drill our water? So everyone is very happy for the project for having come to Yumbe. And especially the project also for TCB Global. Most of the people are saying, why is that? Why are we targeting only the women? Why not the men? And the other day, I think Chris also explained to them, when you give the woman some money, the woman will share it. And when you give the man to men, the man will either use that money for getting another woman, will eat it with another woman, not sharing it with the family members. That's the reason that's why we are major targeting the women. Because the women, once the woman has the money, you will also have your share that you eat from what the woman has got for. But for the man, we will look for some expensive thing and buy it for him. So we'll either look for a drink, we'll go and drink and also spend on a different woman, leaving alone this woman who has been suffering at his home. So the men, I think, got convinced of what Chris even said. They said for them, they cannot now argue more. I think that was what, when we talked about the issue of the TCD Global. Most of, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam President. Rotarian Tony has made an invitation to speak to his club. And I was wondering whether he would like to give a brief statement about the opportunity to talk with his club for help with projects here in Yumbe. And Rotarian Imi Zumlamai is online, and he has two trainers from Oyam, or two young men from Oyam here being trained in the metalworking to make the drill, and also in drilling the well. And I wondered whether it would be possible for Rotarian Imi to make a brief statement. And also he is at a meeting with Peace Corps, which many of you don't know because Peace Corps has never been here. If he would like to give us a brief statement about his meeting. Tony, if that is all
Yes.
right,
It's okay.
go ahead.
Thank you for letting me allowing me to speak. I'm very excited and happy for your progress with the wells. I agree that the women should be empowered and given the opportunity to learn and to teach others. My club is very interested. Unfortunately, it's a board decision. If it was up to me, I'd be writing checks tomorrow. But the board has to decide. And so if Chris could speak to my club's board, they're very interested in doing it. They're all excited to help, and we're very eager to help Yumbe Village and all the people of the world. So I'm trying to set up a meeting with Chris, with the president of my club, and hopefully, as you say, with God's will, we can get it to happen. But I'm very excited. I'm very proud of the work that you've done so far, and I'm glad to be part of this organization. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Hi, Hannah.
Thank you so much, Tony. Yes, welcome, Helen.
Yeah, I was wondering if Chris could find someone who could excerpt some from the recordings, what the women in Yumbe have said. I think that would be, their words would be very powerful to share with Tony's board. So it's not just him speaking. Is there, if we could find someone who has some, has some computers.
Tony Washington is a member of the board, and he is speaking to them also. And I'm going to speak to them. Tomorrow's my lunch meeting. I'm gonna bring this topic up again during the regular lunch meeting and tell them of your progress. And hopefully we can get the ball rolling. Unfortunately, the board doesn't meet again till March, the first week of March. So that's when we can present to the board directly. I am speaking to them individually, but as a group, they make decisions on the first week of the month. So we have to wait till then to get anything back from them, any information back from them, or any decision-making process. But Tony Washington is on the board, and so is Stephanie. Stephanie is a member of the board now, of the incoming board. That's why I had her join this morning. So that's what's happening with that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But like I said, they're very eager and happy to help. We've been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. It's just taken a while for us to get around to it. A lot of things have been happening here in New York. There's a lot of depressed people in the towns that we service, and there have been a number of people taking their own lives, and we've been trying to help those people here. It's just really, there's a lot of depression here in the Hudson Valley, and there have been a number of suicides in the past few weeks of local residents who just and their families are just taken by shock for the loss. So that's one of the things we're addressing here in the Hudson Valley. It's really sad. It's a lot of depression here.
Okay.
But we're happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Johnny. With that, I think we're taking Emmy. Emmy, you'll give us, you're most welcome.
Thank you so much, President Rukia, Chris, and everyone right now joining the meeting. Yes, I'm very excited for what is going on in Yumbe. I have been actually updated every single day. My team who are there training, they've been updating me every day, every morning and every evening. So they're very excited, and back home, people are also very excited, waiting for them to come back. And then basically from there, we take it up. And then also today, I have been having a meeting. I'm part of the Peace Corps Advisory Committee in Uganda. So today we had our meeting for this year because it happened once. And I had to really share with them a lot what Fitch is doing, what is happening in Yumbe, especially around the micro loan program for TCP. So there's a lot of things that we have shared in the meeting, which probably should be documented as well. So we believe that slowly, the programming team will start understanding the approach, because one of the things that actually came out very clearly was about how do we make access to money, access to finance. VSLA is a good one, but also we need additional support beyond VSLA collection on every week like that. So they have taken the notes, so we're waiting for any feedback that will come. But good enough is that the program officer for agribusiness is really very excited about what Fitch is doing, and probably they might take up initiative to come to Fitch to learn what Fitch is doing with TCP global interventions and other interventions. So that's something.
And President Moses says that his network is unstable, but he is very impressed by what you're doing here with the Mazusu drill and very excited about it. His team from Arua was not able to come because of school fees.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I think Emma has gone off the line. Yeah. Thank you so much for the members. I would like to thank Emmy for sending at least 2 participants from Oya, and also for updating him every day. I think they'll also do something constructive to the community of Oya. Things water is live everywhere. So they'll do something good also, just like what we are having in Yumbe. I think Oyam and Yumbe, they more or less face the same issues. So we are grateful to receive them, and we are thankful to Emmy for having sent the 2 participants from Oyam, also Ngora. They sent 3, that's already 5. These are participants we received from Ngora and Oyam. So we are grateful to receive them, and we are very grateful also for the impressive and amazing work they are doing to the community of Yumbe. They are working together hand in hand with the women. They're not leaving the women alone. At least if this one doesn't know something, this one can bring here, we do this one like that. They're sharing. So that's the good thing with the participants I've seen with them. With that, I think.
May I ask one question?
Yeah.
The participants from NORA is NGORA, so I'm not hitting the sound so well. But the participants from NORA shared the communication by their Rotary president, and the Rotary president thanked Rotary Kampala and Rotary Miami for the great work that they were doing in teaching them the Mazusu drill method. And if any of the more experienced Rotarians would like to send me a note advising me what in the world to say when they totally misconceptualize who's doing the work. I would appreciate your advice. Thank you. We don't have to talk about it, just tell me. Pardon me? So that's all I had to say.
Okay. I think we have, I think it's on time. We have come to the end.
Yeah.
So our meeting is normally 1 hour. And we are also joining the members outside there. The other thing is about the issue of the land. We have already got some land. And we have a land for the, we have got a land for the women. But the what is remaining is now paying the amount. There's a land which is 60 by 40. The land costs around 20 million Ugandan shillings. There's access to road and there's power also there. We also have water around there. That is the only advantage I've seen with that place. It's by the roadside. So that's so far. We've got around 2 quotations. The other one, there is no access to the road. It's a bit far. Access to power is not there. Water is also not there. So the other one which I see will really help is the one which has access to water, access to the road, access to power. It's just, there's a playground around there. I think that is the best place. It's at the roadside. That will also give an advert. The women will also be advertised from there what they do. People can see it when they pass by. That will be the only advantage of the land. The owner called me yesterday and I told him we are coming to sit for a meeting. I'll also discuss that with Chris. I'll present it in the meeting. Then whatever comes out from the meeting, I'll also update him where necessary. So those are the updates. The first land we got had already been taken because we have taken long. Somebody has already taken it. It was also by the roadside opposite to Ishara. So now this one is also another one. So at least Chris has already communicated to Jennifer. We are waiting for feedback from Jennifer. As soon as Jennifer updates us, then we shall also do something on the land. Thank you so much. With that, we have come to the end of the meeting. I thank all the participants, the partners from TCB Global, thanks from Malaysia, Topeka. I also thank P2P. I thank Amy. I also thank all Tony and all the participants, the partners who are online and the partners and my fellow Rotarians in the August House, not leaving alone the district chairperson for youth. I thank you so much. I've thanked all the members who have participated in the meeting for the amazing ones that have come, amazing ones which have come out of there. I thank you so much. With that, we have come to the end of the meeting by saying the final toast. Yeah, the final toast will be said by Tiko Kadimala. We are standing up for the final toast.
The final toast will be said by me. I am by name called Tiko Kadimala, the chairperson of Lemerkita. I give you Rotary International.
Rotary over. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And the last announcement was about the Women's Training Center and getting the land for a training center. And hopefully Good Foundations International, Jennifer Malley's organization, will be purchasing that land. The challenge is that the land may be bought before Jennifer has money for it. Thank you. So I will end the connection unless anyone needs further comment. Thank you.
Thank you all. Great meeting.
And as you may imagine, it is about 95 to 98 degrees here right now. Mahad says that it's totally acceptable. Thank you.